Did you know that while over 85% of adults enjoy a simple slice of cheddar or Swiss at least twice a week, there's a hidden world where a single bite of cheese costs more than a designer bag? Well, this dairy section doesn't exist in your regular grocery shop, but rather in a special market that isn't for everyone. Today, we're talking about the 5 cheeses that are so expensive only millionaires eat them. Number 5. The Mountain Secrets of Cabrales. Starting our countdown is a cheese that recently shattered every record in the book. Cabrales is a Spanish blue cheese that typically retails for around $130 per pound, which is already enough to be considered a luxury for most of us. However, the world of the ultra-wealthy doesn't settle for typical. Recently, a single wheel of this legendary cheese sold at an auction for a staggering $42,000. What makes it so special that a millionaire would pay the price of a luxury car for a wheel of moldy dairy? It all comes down to the environment. Authentic Cabrales is aged deep within natural limestone caves in the Picos de Europa mountains. At the molecular level, the cave's humidity and temperature allows natural molds to develop without human intervention, unlike cheaper blue cheeses where mold is injected. The result is an intense sharp flavor that hits the palate like a nutritional blessing. Because it is a blend of raw cow, goat, and sheep milk, it creates a complex protein profile that is significantly easier for the aging digestive system to process. While mass-produced blues can be a nightmare of sodium and artificial cultures, a record-breaking Cabrales is a living map of the Spanish mountainside, offering a wealth of natural probiotics that support a vibrant gut microbiome. It is a blend of raw cow, goat, and sheep milk, making it a complex protein source that rivals the finest meats in quality. For those with the budget, this is the ultimate status symbol of the Spanish mountains. While mountain caves offer natural aging, our next cheese uses literal gold to define its worth. Number 4. White Stilton Gold. If you think putting gold on a watch is a luxury, wait until you hear why the British elite are putting it in their cheese. White Stilton Gold is a unique creation that costs between $450 and $900 per kilogram. This isn't your average Stilton. It is a cheese designed for those who want their dinner table to sparkle, literally. Produced by Long Clawson Dairy in the UK, this cheese is infused with real, edible 24-karat gold flakes and a shimmering gold liquor. While the daily reality of our lives usually involves simple ingredients, this cheese acts like a traffic director for luxury. The gold itself doesn't add much to the nutritional profile, but the cheese base is a complete protein that provides essential amino acids in perfect proportion. For the millionaire connoisseur, this cheese represents the intersection of art and health. Unlike the processed disasters found in jars or shelf-stable cans, this white Stilton maintains its structural integrity, providing a rich source of calcium without the inflammatory additives found in cheaper alternatives. It is a showstopper that makes nutritionists' jaw drop, though perhaps more for the price tag than the vitamin content, proving that even at the highest levels of wealth, people are looking for that perfect balance of bling and bioavailable nutrients. From the British gold, we travel to the silent, icy forests of Scandinavia. Number 3. The Elk House Moose Cheese. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. If we look toward the remote forests of Sweden, we find a cheese so rare that it's almost mythical. Moose cheese, produced exclusively at the Elk House in Bjurholm, fetches upwards of $1,000 per kilogram. The reason for this astronomical price is biological and due to extreme scarcity. This cheese is made from the milk of only 3 specific moose: Gulan, Helga, and Juno. Because these animals only provide milk for a few months out of the year, and because the milking process must be done by hand in total silence to avoid stressing the animals, the production is incredibly low. From a scientific standpoint, moose milk is a fascinating substance. It is much higher in protein and fat than cow's milk, which means the resulting cheese is packed with concentrated energy. Just like aged Gouda, the proteins in this milk break down during the artisanal crafting process into smaller, more digestible compounds. This is a game changer for older adults who often struggle with protein absorption. However, the cost of capturing those nutrients is so high that only those with millions in the bank can afford to taste them. It is a true example of how labor-intensive traditional methods can turn a simple dairy product into a global treasure that supports cellular repair and muscle maintenance. Shortage defines the north, but in Italy, price is driven by the animal's wild diet. Number 2. Caciocavallo Podolico. Moving to southern Italy, we find a cheese that literally hangs from the rafters. Caciocavallo Podolico is an Italian masterpiece priced at roughly $1,200 per kilogram. The secret to its value lies in the raw power of the Podolica cow, a rare breed that only grazes for a few months of the year. These cows roam the mountains of the Apennines, eating wild strawberries, blueberries, and hawthorn. This wild diet produces milk loaded with vitamins and antioxidants, much like grass-fed raw cheddar, which contains up to 500% more CLA than conventional options. The cheese is then aged for years, hanging by a rope, hence the name cheese on horseback. The long aging process concentrates the nutrients to levels that are off the charts. This meticulous aging process ensures the highest bioavailability of vitamin K2, which acts as a vital source for calcium, keeping your arteries clean and your heart pumping with energy. For a millionaire, buying a wedge of Caciocavallo is like buying a piece of ancient Italian history that also supports cardiovascular health through its complex enzyme profile. It is the antithesis of the heart attack in a box cheeses found in the center aisles of most grocery stores. While Italian cows roam free, our final entry relies on a much humbler, rarer creature. Number 1. Pule cheese. Finally, we reach the number 1 spot, the king of all dairy. Pule cheese is the most expensive cheese in the world, often costing over $1,300 per kilogram. Produced in Serbia's Sasavica Nature Reserve, it is made from something you would never expect: Balkan donkey milk. Let us tell you why Pule is like a superfood disguised as a luxury. It takes a staggering 25 liters of fresh donkey milk just to make a single kilogram of this white, crumbly cheese. Donkeys produce very little milk, approximately 1 liter per day, while cows produce about 30 liters per day, making the raw material one of the scarcest resources on the planet. This milk is naturally high in vitamin C and proteins that support the immune system, but because donkeys are so difficult to milk, the labor is backbreaking. Like Parmigiano Reggiano, this cheese is often handled with methods that haven't changed in centuries to ensure its purity. This ancient preservation of bioactive peptides and antimicrobial lysozymes makes it a rare biological shield for the gut, providing a level of digestive protection that modern, mass-produced dairy simply cannot replicate. For the world's elite, Pule is the ultimate prize. A nutritional bomb that is as rare as a diamond and twice as delicious. It is the ultimate clean food, free from the hormones and antibiotics that plague the lower-tier dairy market. Now, we want to hear from you. After hearing the facts, is there any cheese you would be willing to pay $1,000 for just once in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.